a term from products that we thought would be really neat, you know. We dreamed them up, and then we designed them and we built them, and they turned out to be total failures. So, and we did that quite often. So we kind of ended up saying, well, there goes another one to the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And actually, some of them were pieces of like boat structures and stuff, and we put them behind our building in the back. So they were kind of all lined up, you know, so it looked like, kind of like a boulevard. And that's the way it was. And just a few products that came to mind. I think one of the best ones was the hydrofoil, or the foil for windsurfers. Back when Hoyle and Diane had started windsurfing and so on, it was back in the 70s. And we came up with aluminum extrusions and so on. We did aluminum extrusions for the wings and the foils and all of that. So it could come in a box, and you could literally almost snap this thing together. And then, but you had to use it, you had to take the windsurfer out in the water and then place it in the keel box. So, and then so-called off you go. When I tried it, I was able to go 100 yards and then crash. I can still remember going by some fishermen and one of them yelling, "Holy cow, that guy is flying above the water," because he couldn't see the foil, you know, it was underneath. But we made a valiant attempt to really push it, because it truly was a nice production item. Easy to use, put together, but actually quite difficult to use, because it didn't have a rod foil to make it go up and down. So the only way you could keep the board stable is you had to go in and out with the sail, and very quickly. I mean, it was, you know, and it was just too much, and it never took off, no matter what we tried. So that was kind of one of the bigger ones that went into the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And then there was Olaf's creation, the Procyon, which was the big 60-foot yacht. When at that time, people were looking for something new. The yachting industry was down and so on. And so he decided we got to come up with something simpler and more radical and so on. So we ended up, Procyon was created. The name is after a star cluster. Olaf was quite an astronomer. And, but the boat was quite radical in that it was actually helped to be funded by Amoco, provided the materials. But it had these like banana masts, banana type masts that were unstayed, kind of. Sort of stayed, but basically I'd say unstayed. And the mainsail behaved just like a jib. It was just a wire going down, so you could furl it easy, you know. Those were the days before mainsail furling and folding and so on, but jib furling wasn't. So basically the boat had two jibs, a huge jib for the mainsail and a smaller jib for the jib. And then it also had a canting keel. And the canting keel had been done before, but in smaller boats, just smaller boats. And there wasn't any really big boats. But it was put in. It was a hydraulic canting keel built into the boat, and it really worked. It would bring the boat a good 10 or 15 degrees upright. But again, you know, the boat worked well, but mainly in lighter air and so on. And we raced it in the Mackinac once, and we had Gary Jobson on board and so on. And the boat was okay, you know. And it went on tour. It was a great attraction. Did we get any further with it, even with all the publicity and everything? No. The public again didn't buy it. They all looked at it and said, well, that's nice. But you know, it was too far out for them. We were, in most cases, we were just too far ahead of our time and stuff. So those are the few that Boulevard broke into pieces.